In this demonstration, we're going to continue on with our custable.extension scenario. We've created our custable extension, and now what we want to do is we want to add an extension field. So there's a really simple way to do this. We can create a brand new field if we just right-click on Fields and select New and select the type of EDT we would like to add. I prefer to do a drag and drop. So what we can do is we can go find the object that we want to add as a field. So for this, I'm going to go to my base enums and I'm going to select the DB Elite status. Basically, this is just a status for our rental customers that they can earn. So we can go ahead and just perform a drag and drop into the fields node in the designer. So I can go ahead and drop that in there and you'll notice that now the DB Elite status is bolded and it has this green little plus sign noting that this is a brand new field. It's also important to note, along with our brand new one, we have all of these italicized fields. Those indicate that those are the standard fields that were brought over from our extension. So those are the fields that are in our base table. Finally, if we compare the properties between a standard field and my extension field, we'll see that there are a lot of deactivated properties in the standard fields rather than in my field that I just added. Notice most of these I can edit, and if I go over to one of my standard fields, there's a lot less that I can change. And you'll note that it is just important to remember that you're limited in what you can change in standard fields when you are creating an extension. So the last thing that we'll do in configuring this field is make sure that the field and its properties are configured as desired. So in this case, we really don't have much work to do. We have our enum here, and this was passed through, so we already have the name. And in our case, it is sufficiently unique, and the properties on the enum are already set as needed. So this table field is ready to go. And so what we could start doing is we could add additional fields. Maybe I wanted to add, some more customer related enums or anything like that. I can just perform a drag and drop, or I can create a new field. So I can right click on fields, click new, and I'll select string. I'll go ahead and specify over here in the name, maybe they have a preferred vehicle. And maybe we can enter into that field their preferred vehicle. And then I'll just go ahead and set the label for this. Then I can go ahead and click Save All to compile. And then of course our final step is we'll want to perform a build so that we can synchronize our database. So I'll just go ahead and right click on my project and build.